At this point, we're going to get on with the events of why we're all here today and what's going on this weekend. Take a couple minutes out. I'd like to introduce a gentleman who has done a lot for today's event. He's going to be our keynote speaker. Has a long family history of military service. And managed to bring most of his family out here today. I'd like to introduce you to Chris Beck.
Unlike Scott, I had to write things down so I can remember it. And unlike our president, I don't have my teleprompters up here that I could read from, so forgive me for looking down at my speech that I had wrote. First, the Muskegon Patriots, Josh, Bob Carr, I saw him sneak in here somewhere. Where's Bob at? For putting on this event. I'd like to thank Barry Lee for singing the national anthem. I'd like to thank my nephew, Leroy, for doing the invocation. It's the first time I've been down at this park here. I'm from Fruitport. Don't get up here in North Muskegon too often, but I had an opportunity yesterday to walk around and see the names that are down here of the veterans. So if you get an opportunity, walk the path and check out the names that are on there. These guys died for you. I stand before you today a Marine veteran. I come from a long history of veterans. My grandfather fought as a sailor in the Pacific in World War II. His brother fought as a Marine. First of all, I'd like to thank Marine in the Korean and in World War II. My stepfather is a Marine veteran. He too a Marine. One of my brothers is a Marine veteran. The other is an Air Force veteran. My son, Brandon, served 2 tours in Iraq. My family, as well as other families, have sacrificed for this great nation. As we pay our respects to our veterans on this Memorial Day weekend, we must also celebrate what they were fighting for, freedom. I feel humbled to be standing up here in front of so many people who are interested in honoring our veterans. How wonderful it is to see the spirit of patriotism growing in our country. I'm also troubled that some might see this gathering as something other than publicly expressing our love for our great country and its heroes. We could talk about our Speaker of the House, the number 3 in line for the presidency, who seems to have no honor, who cannot remember what she knows or when she knew it. Someone who will lie about something that doesn't even matter now just to prove a point. Will she be there for veterans when it counts? I don't think so. We have a lady, I guess I use that term loosely, who's the Secretary of Homeland Security, questioning the very patriotism of the people who have fought to protect freedom that we all enjoy. So I guess we know where she stands on veterans' rights. This lady shouldn't be in charge of Walmart security, let alone Homeland Security. We have a president and Congress spending billions of dollars to bail out Wall Street and big corporate America. But when we need to care for our ailing veterans, where's the money? Where's the money to help our servicemen and women who come back from war only to find their jobs gone? Who's bailing them out? Why are our servicemen and women paid below the poverty line while bailout companies hand out million-dollar bonuses? I could go on to talk about how both major parties have let us down, but I won't. I won't be distracted or go off course as to why we're here. We are here to honor all American veterans who have served in peacetime and in war to defend our democracy, because we know without them there would be no land of the free or home of the brave. Without the veterans, or without the American Revolutionary veterans, we would not even have a United States of America. Without the World War II veterans, we might be living in a country, in a world, where freedom of choice no longer exists. Let's thank the Korean and Vietnam vets for standing up and fighting communism. And without those brave men and women currently fighting the war on terrorism, we would be living in constant fear or under the control of Osama bin Laden, or simply living without freedom. All of our veterans have protected our democracy, our freedom, our way of life today. We honor them and thank them. And tomorrow, we must continue to honor them. They have given us the chance to live in a free country today and the opportunity to look forward to tomorrow. They have given us every day and they have protected every freedom. We must honor them every day in every way that we can. Let me repeat that. We must honor them every day in every way that we can because we owe them everything. What does it mean to be a veteran? Webster's describes it as an old soldier of long service or a former member of the armed forces. I think of it as much, much more. A veteran is somebody who has put their life on hold and put their country's priorities over their own. Whether in peacetime or during the time of conflict, they were there to fight the fight and ask for nothing in return. Today, we are here to honor veterans who have served their country, gave their lives so that we may live in freedom. We need to be constantly reminded of our gift of freedom and of those who gave all. Make sure future generations continue to know life in a free and democratic society is not free. And remembering our veterans who have passed is only half the task that is before us today. We must also carry their love, honor, and duty forward so that future generations will see what they have done. Our children must know who they were, what they did, and why they did it. To do anything less would be a disservice to their sacrifice and their memory. Those that have gone have created a clear pathway for us to continue on. We must never waver from that path of freedom and democracy. Take their memories, take their dreams, and walk forward, shouldering the cause of freedom. Carry it high and proud. They did. And now you must walk forward for them and for our children. We must remember all those who have come before us to serve in the name of freedom. And some gave the greatest gift to our democratic nation, their lives. Their duty, their honor, and their lives are precious gifts that were given so that our country and our families will always remain free. The duty of our veterans past and present is the fiber of the word freedom and is stronger by our recognition of service and sacrifice. We honor that service and sacrifice here today and should carry it forward for our children to honor. Freedom and democracy are the result of all of the most honorable this country has produced. Today we stand to remember the most honorable among us, and we must continue to carry the burden of their sacrifices, lest we lose sight of what true freedom is. This weekend is for remembering. Stand in honor of them. Walk in their path of duty. Remember the cost and hold it in your heart, the cause of freedom. What is the best way to honor our veterans? Every American should take an active part in maintaining our freedom. Don't just sit on the sideline and expect someone else to do it for you. I'm sure President Obama would be happy to do it for you. We must teach future generations about what it means to be American. We must volunteer in our communities. We must take care of our veterans and their families. We must vote in every election, state, local, and federal. We must continue to try to make America the very best that it can be. The battle for freedom is not over. We still have servicemen and women around the world sacrificing their lives so that we remain safe and free. These men and women need your support. Please find a military support group. If you can't find one, start one. Get people to donate to it, write letters, send care packages. We must make sure they know we care, because a nation which forgets its defenders will itself be forgotten. Today, a grateful nation remembers its veterans and their sacrifices. Thank you.
That concludes our events for today. Again, if you haven't had a chance to sign the petition or the big scroll, that'll be accompanying the petition to the state. And again, check the website. Thank you all for coming. Have a good weekend.